Halftime at the Fairgrounds in Dallas. Texas twice battling back from an 11-point deficit, trailing Oklahoma just one at halftime. Chris Fowler and Lee Corso. It's not old school OU Texas. They've combined for 10 rushing yards. Billy Sims, Earl Campbell, where are you? Now, you picked Oklahoma. Your thoughts on the Sooners in the first half?
I might be wrong, because I tell you right now they're losing by 1 point, but Texas is winning the game because they proved they can come from behind. Observations from the sideline about Oklahoma. They're the #1 team in the nation when they use the no-huddle offense. They scored twice with. Defensively, they're average to below average on defense. They can on pass defense. They can't rush the passer without a blitz. They make stupid penalties on defense, and they're not a well-coached football team in the special teams. Now, they'll win this football game, but they're going to have to outscore Texas.
There's some frustration, almost anger in that assessment of the team you picked in the first half. Texas gets the ball to start the second half. What would you do differently for Oklahoma's defense?
Just let them score, get the ball back, and score some more, because that's the only way they're going to beat Texas.
Well, keep in
Colt
mind,
McCoy can play.
Texas has had to answer. Neither team's been in a close game. We'll see. The second half coming up. This ESPN presentation of college football on ABC returns after these messages and a word from our ABC stations.
Indeed been a wild ride as we welcome you back to ESPN's presentation of college football on ABC, presented by Best Buy. 21-20. We got a 1-point game, and Kirk, I know as you watched the first half unfold, you grew in respect for the Texas Longhorns the way they hung in this.
You're down 14-3 against Sam Bradford and the way they're executing. Big kickoff return. Now you're down 21-10 because Bradford comes right back. Boy, here comes Texas and Colt McCoy again. And a big interception. Now we're at 21-20. Texas showed a lot of heart and character there in that first half.
So we'll see what happens. Remember now, Texas won the flip and deferred. That means they will get the first possession and a chance to take their first lead in the afternoon if they can do something with it. And it is fielded a yard deep in the end zone. Cosby is down at the 24-yard line. Well, time for our Best Buy playbook. There were some big plays here.
Yeah, early in this game, how about the brakes falling in the favor of the Oklahoma Sooners? Broyles makes a big catch. A broken coverage here by Texas led to a Grisham touchdown. One of his 3 catches in the first half. I mentioned Shipley. Big return when the Longhorns were down. They got him right back into the game, and they got another opportunity. Got the ball back to Colt McCoy, and here we are. What a first half. 21-20, a 1-point lead for the Sooners.
Four wide receivers on the field for the Horns. Obaniah, he's to Colt McCoy's right. Now he goes out as a receiver. Everybody's covered. Down he goes. Big Gerald McCoy. Let's take a look at the Pacific Life game summary. We have focused on these 2 quarterbacks, of course, all game long, and you can see that Bradford has a little bit of edge in the passing, although he does have that 1 interception.
It's just amazing to look at the completion percentage coming into this game, and then still, both guys having a great game. Bradford with the 3 touchdowns, and Colt hasn't been able to do much of anything, considering he leads this team in rushing. He's not been able to do much with his feet against the speed of Oklahoma's defense.
Second down and long. Snaps it off underneath. Puts it in the hands of Cosby. You know, Kirk, I thought that Corso was a little overly critical of this Oklahoma defense. I've got to tell you, I think this defensive line is one of the better groups that I have seen.
You and I are on the same page. The Sunshine Scooter was tearing apart these Sooners because he picked them, and they didn't dominate in the first half the way he would have liked to have seen. I'm with you. Here, Brent, I want to show you.
Sure.
In the first half, they had a lot of success with you had multiple receivers right in this area right here. Matt Brown mentioned at Lisa Saulers. They found some spacing that they like, and that's the area that they have to have the ability to throw.
3rd and 10 goes long and incomplete, and the receiver was well covered. They were sending James Kirkendall long, and Texas forced a punt. Royals had an interesting first half. Got 3 passes in a row and then a ricochet for a touchdown, all on one series. Now he's set to return John Gould's punt. Gould drives him back inside the 25-yard line. Stays on his feet with great balance. Gets to the 40, 45, and out of bounds near midfield. Tremendous balance by the punt returner. 24-yard return.
The Gunners get downfield. Beasley's there to make the catch, but Broyles just makes a play on him, cuts inside. And Oklahoma's punt return team did a great job of stepping back and not pushing any of the Texas defenders into the back and causing a penalty. And here come the Sooners. Great field position again for Sam Bradford. And let's see how quickly they're able to get a first down to get that high-octane offense going again.
Manuel Johnson. He's off to the left. You can see 4 receivers, and now they put Grisham in motion. We come back with Murray on the run for a yard before he is stopped by McElroy, who was the leading tackler for the Horns in the first half.
One of the keys to this game was the battle in the trenches. And Oklahoma's had some moments when they've been able to play well, give Bradford time. But the thing that I think has been key and allowed Texas to stay in this game is their front 4 has played exceptionally well because of the speed and athletic ability that they have up front.
Especially Arakpo. He had the sack in the first half. 98 could not get there. The throw is in underneath, short of the first down, and that's Grisham.
But Blake Gideon, a true freshman, 6'1", about 197 pounds, playing in the OU Texas game. Grew up in the state of Texas, coach's son, but a true freshman, has dreamed about this opportunity his whole life, and he's out there playing against the Sooners and playing a very good game.
3rd and 4. Kevin Wilson's play call comes down from up above. Arakpo was closing in, and he hit Johnson. Johnson breaking to daylight. Out of bounds, Oklahoma football.
You know they're going to go no huddle here and try to push the Longhorns to get them on their heels. When you see this play, it's so important to get behind your block and at the same time not get caught from behind. Lamar Houston, the big defensive lineman, almost caught him from behind.
Incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Murray, the running back, was the target that time. OU empties the backfield out. Arakpo trying to get a move here on Lodeholt. Lodeholt got his body in front of him, couldn't get any pressure on him, but incomplete.
And the matchup that Will Muschamp was most concerned about, especially in the red zone, was Grisham against his linebackers and against his safeties. And many times they've had to use 2 defenders to take Grisham out of this red zone look from Oklahoma.
And here's Grisham right now, the linebacker, McElroy. The defense changes its call late. McElroy goes over to the other side now, and they're going to put 3 down. Set a screen. Johnson cuts to the end zone. Touchdown OU. Perfect call against that defense. The 4th touchdown pass of the game by Sam Bradford.
This is how you make a defense pay for the blitz. Watch Beasley 7 come to the inside, and look at the block by 7 on Crimson. DeMarco Murray buries him to the inside, and there's nobody left to the outside, and plenty of space again for Johnson, who has made a living on that play, not only today, but all year for this Sooner offense.
Stevens makes it an 8-point margin, 28-20. OU strikes the first time they handle the ball here in the second half.
Telecast is a
With Lisa Salters and Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brent Musburger, welcoming you back to the Cotton Bowl and the Red River rivalry. An 8-point lead for the Sooners, who have led all the way here today. Sam Bradford has thrown 4 touchdown passes, and he's closing in on another 300-yard game. Every game this year, he has thrown for more than 300 yards, and he will try to extend it against Texas here this afternoon. The Horns, if you weren't with us, had 1 kickoff return for a touchdown by Shipley. Cosby's coming out from about 2 yards, and he's well short. He's down at the 10-yard line. That time, the Sooners covered a kick. Well, let's light them up at Charlotte on ABC tonight, folks. 7 p.m. This should be a dandy. The Bank of America 500. The chase is on, and they're all chasing the 2-time winner, Jimmy Johnson, number 48. Can he keep it going? Edwards, Biffle, well within striking distance. Jeff Burton's only 99 points out. And again tonight, ABC Bank of America 500. Gorgeous day. Hope the weather in Charlotte's as good as it is here in Dallas this afternoon. First down and 10 now for Colt McCoy and the Horns. Can they respond again? Option look. Obanaya for about 7 yards on that first down. They get about 6 yards, actually. And each time they've been down, back they've come.
I think they impressed you and I and probably most of America. Texas down in the first half, showing a lot of backbone, fighting their way back. Some big plays, the kickoff return. Colt McCoy's made plays. But now, here they are again, find themselves trailing. Can they show that attitude and that toughness that they've shown and execute when the pressure is on them the way they did in the first half?
I think we've got an injured Sooner down on the field. Kirk, did you see who that is?
I think it's Nick Harris.
Ooh, that'd be big.
Yeah,
that's
safety.
Nick.
Yeah.
Nick's he's the ringleader back there now. Is it Reynolds? Let's check that.
It's even worse. Ryan, I apologize. I thought there was 5, but you know, Brent, Ryan Reynolds, who's had again 2 knee surgeries. They've been so happy and so proud of him the way he's worked back. He finally has been healthy this year and been the leader of that defense right in the middle this year at middle linebacker.
Wasn't he a little gimpy in the first half, but he stayed out on the field? Don't I remember that scene?
Hate to see
Young man's from Las Vegas, as is the running back, of course, on that team, DeMarco Murray.
He's been instrumental this year, moving to the middle and helping Travis Lewis.
That's Brandon Crow who would replace him. And let me remind everybody that near the end of the game, we'll select a Chevrolet player of the game from each team, and Chevrolet again will make a $1,000 contribution to each university's general scholarship fund.
It's good to see Reynolds coming off under his own power, so we'll keep a close eye on that, because I'm sure many Sooner fans are holding their breath, knowing how important he is to this defense.
2nd and 4. So here we go. 11:10 left in the 3rd quarter. Inside handoff, trying to get a running game going, and nothing doing. That time was Vondrell McGee, his first carry of the game from scrimmage.
Well, this defensive line, Lee Corso or anybody else could say whatever they want about them. They are physical and they're athletic. And again, I said it in the first half, I'll say it now. If you're going to run against Oklahoma, you've got to try to get upfield in a hurry. It's one of these defenses, because of their speed, the longer you take and hesitate and try to bounce it, there's about 6 or 7 red jerseys right in your face.
-5. That's a Texas rush yardage. Here comes the blitz. They set the middle, and they've got it for a 1st and 10 out to the 25-yard line. Brandon Collins.
They brought the blitz, and because Texas did such a good job of giving Colt McCoy time, there's the blitz up the middle. There's nobody left in the middle. Perfect time to call this by Greg Davis, and I think Brandon Collins could be a factor in this game before it's all said and done. He has the same quickness that you see from Cosby and Shipley. Keep attacking the seams in the middle where those linebackers are. There's a lot of room to work for Colt.
Throwing on 1st down, and it's complete for 4 yards as he snapped it off to Shipley. You know, the one thing that I'm sure weighs on Greg Davis' mind right now, as the play caller upstairs, and you're working against a team, you're down by 8 points. That's the most important stat. But Oklahoma had just scored in a minute and a half. So the one thing you'd like to do is to go the hard way, go the distance, take about 5 or 6 minutes off the clock, and still get your team a touchdown. So his purpose is not just to score right now, which obviously that's number one, but dumping it off right there for a first down. Obadiah slipping out of the backfield, and now he's jawing away with Travis Lewis, the linebacker, over there on that far side.
And Ray, you and I were talking at a break how important it was when they had one of their big drives to get back into the game, that not only did they drive the length of the field, but they took over 6 minutes off the clock and kept Sam Bradford over there on the sidelines drinking water. And that's what Colt McCoy will look to do. And you're right.
Exactly.
Not just moving the ball, but trying to keep Bradford on the sideline.
Continues to, now McCoy's going to take off. Got himself a nice gain on first down. Probably about 2nd and 2 or 3 coming up. English makes the stop on the Longhorn quarterback.
Nice job by Colt McCoy. Another solid decision. Craig Davis telling us this week, most important thing in being able to execute against this athletic Sooner defense is decision making and the poise of Colt McCoy. That's essential. And with this being his 3rd game in this rivalry, he understands that patience is very important, and we've seen that demonstrated tonight.
Obadiah's got the first down and then some. Breaks into Sooner territory to the 25-yard line. Jackson hauls him down, but not before he picked up 30 yards.
And they finally hit one here, and it's just a simple zone read. It's the give look. And here is Obadiah getting in. Once he gets to the 2nd level, he gives a little shake there against this Oklahoma secondary, and he goes right by the safety who's coming up to make a play. That is so important because that will open up the play-action pass for Colt McCoy when you start to run like that.
And let's go back to that injury suffered by the middle linebacker of Oklahoma. That left a big hole. First down, they come right back to the middle, and Shipley close to another first down, attacking the middle of the field.
That's exactly where I keep saying, that's exactly the area to attack in this defense, right where the linebackers are. Again, a blitz. This time Holmes ends up coming. If you pick up the blitz, there's a lot of room to work for these Texas wide receivers in one-on-one opportunities. Shipley, the ball's a little high, secures it, sets up a 2nd and short.
In the red zone, down by 8. McCoy kept it himself. Got the first down and stepped out at about the 10-yard line.
I'll tell you, you think Colt McCoy doesn't have speed? Watch this. Comes off the fake. That's a corner. He outruns to the corner himself and then picks up a first down. Colt McCoy has 4.5 speed. For those of you who aren't familiar with that, that's fast. He can move. He just happened to follow one of the best athletes in the history of college football, so people assume he can't run.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And he stepped in that huddle with all those graybeards, and that was hard to become a leader, but he has certainly grown up now. There he drops a screen off himself, and inside the 5 is his roommate, Jordan Shipley.
This is as good as it gets in college football. We've talked so much about Sam Bradford and all that he's doing for the Sooners, and just when it looks like the Longhorns maybe just can't match up with Oklahoma, Colt McCoy counters, and he answers the bell, comes right back down. Now let's see if they can get it into the end zone. This is a heck of a drive again by Texas.
2 big play calls coming up here. Quarterback draw, not going to get it done. Lewis, the linebacker, was the first wrap up the Horns quarterback, and that's going to leave Mac's offense with a 3rd and goal.
Think about it, this offense, they really don't have the consistency in running the football, and this is where it hurts you in this offense. They don't have a threat of a tight end, so it's a little bit, they almost have one hand tied behind their back trying to execute in these areas against the Sooners.
So here's your 12th play of this drive. For the most part, they have stopped McCoy from hurting them while running. He's going to throw for it. Got a man open. Touchdown, Texas. Shipley again. another answer by this gutty Longhorn team right now against a very talented OU squad.
Patience by number 12. Watch Shipley work his way eventually right here. Nice job of Colt waiting, finally gets it. Nice touchdown pass and a sensational job by that big offensive line of Texas to give him the time that he needed.
Lawrence tacks on the extra point. Back to one again. And on we go. May not believe this, but I've seen deep fat fried peanut butter jelly sandwiches served out there, folks. Now, the big story of this game right now, Ryan Reynolds, OU's leading tackler, is over there. Coach Bob Stoops over with the young man who suffered some problems. And the storyline is how much this is hurting the Sooner defense right now. This was the spot that they were able to attack after Reynolds came off the field. And so OU and the coaching staff will have to see what they can do to shore it up. From the 9-yard lines, Murray, the running back. To the 27-yard line. Kirk, let's go back.
Well, Pro is right in the middle, obviously, of this defense. And I want you to watch that as Colt McCoy has time. Look at him looking around, a bit confused. And we're not piling on. We're not saying, boy, he's making a mistake. It's the hesitation. And we're going to watch throughout this game how Brandon Crow steps in for clearly the leader of this defense and Ryan Reynolds, number 8.
And it was Greg Davis, like an experienced play caller, attacking the weakness of the defense. Just like you'll see tomorrow and Monday night and Sunday night football. It's like a shark sees blood in the water, and here they come. 1st and 10 now for Bradford and OU. Inside handoff to Chris Brown. Let's go to Matt Weiner in New York for an update, Matt. Bradford forced to throw this one, and there's going to be a penalty on it.
There is no foul for intentional, granting the quarterback was outside the tackle and the ball crossed the line of scrimmage. Personal foul, roughing the passer.
Wow.
Defense number 27.
Just when Texas thought they were going to have a big break, they get one as Henry Melton is assessed.
Yeah, it looks like Henry Melton coming from the right side here, comes up and underneath the face mask. It comes down on top of Bradford. You couldn't tell because that was so slow, but it was definitely a late hit there. We saw one earlier that was a horrendous call. This one, a better call and a tough break for Texas and Sooners. That's the last thing Sam Bradford needs is to be able to catch a break.
The offensive line for the Sooners holds in about a 3 or 4 yard gain by Brown. Let's go to Lisa.
Well, Brenda, just trying to get a little bit of information about Ryan Reynolds' injury. Just from where I'm standing, I could see that they were working on his right knee, and you could actually hear him cry out that he has quite a bit of pain in that knee. Just look, he's kept his helmet on, but you can look into his eyes, and you can see him tearing up a little bit. It does not appear that he would be coming back into this game.
All right, Lisa. 2nd down and 6. Fake the inside handoff. Bang! Fumble! OU picks it up. The big tackle, Loadholt, picked it up. They're going to be working on him in the film room. Loadholt, get down on top of that football, okay? Don't try to pick it up and make like a fullback. Don't do that.
Please, just fall on it, big fella. Arakpo coming off the edge with such speed is able to get to Sam Bradford, and Sam Bradford's got to feel this coming off a play-action fake. Arakpo too quick that time for Loadholt.
Here's Murray, slipped out as a receiver, short of midfield. Beasley was in on that stop. Aaron Williams, the freshman.
I think Bob Stoops and his offensive staff, Kevin Wilson, had seen enough of Arakpo. That time they put a tight end, Brody Eldridge, on Arakpo to try to keep him out of that backfield, but to no avail. Sooners come up short.
Well, the one thing you should know about Eldridge is when they go to jumbo, they put him in that backfield. A year ago, he was a big-time blocking fullback, lead blocker. Mike Nall back to punt now for the Sooners, and Texas with a golden opportunity if they can cash in. He's going to fake it. Nall takes off. Right side open. And he's a little short, according to the Texas coaching staff. The spot will tell it. Aquina is up over there on the sideline. If the yellow marker is accurate, it is turned over on downs. Remember, it was 4th and 6. Did they get 5 or did they get 6?
Bob Stoops lives by the sword and sometimes dies by the sword. Deep in his, well, not deep in his own territory, but in his own territory, 4th and long. Takes a gamble. See if it paid off. About to see an emotional Longhorn sideline.
Longhorn football. Aquina's team does the job. Last year, the co-defensive coordinator, Kirk, I'm sorry, and this year working with the special teams, too.
You know when you take on Bob Stoops, at any point, you might get this. Nall shows some quickness. It looked like he might be able to pick it up, but from the backside, Curtis Brown catches up to him and brings him down just about 6 to 8 inches short of the first down. A big, big gamble here by Bob Stoops.
Now they're going to review the spot. So instant replay will take another look. You can see where you thought the ball was down.
Let's give you a good look. I like the effort here from Brown. 3 right there. He misses him, never gives up on the play. And without that effort, Nall picks up a first down. Spot's pretty good.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. First down.
Well, what a turn of events here. Ball goes back to Colt McCoy, who's had a couple real good possessions, and Nall not used to running and using those hamstrings in the full sprint. Maybe have a bit of an issue there with his left leg.
Middle linebacker gone. Hunter down. Lead by a point. Colt McCoy a chance. Play fake, going to put it up on first down. Can't find a receiver. He's going to take off. Got a first down and some. Lewis gets him out of bounds. Is there another flag? There is. That's the second on the young man, and I think the reason why is both times it's occurred on the Longhorn sideline.
He is fired up. Bob Stoops fired up and frustrated. 8
to 28. Unnecessary rough. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Well, it's an 18-yard gain, and you tap on another 15. Let's see if Lewis comes up short. Well, boy, it looks like Colt McCoy just fell.
Both times he's gone down.
He just falls.
Both times he's gone down. Look at his hand. It's not pushing him down. He's trying to grab his waist and hold him up.
Second.
Steady himself.
That's the second pad call.
Hey, that's
like soccer. What's Colt McCoy doing? That's soccer when they fall down. What is this?
Best officials, Texas assistant coaches. First down and 10. Ball is at the Sooner 20. Slashes outside. Travis Lewis did not incur the penalty, but he was looking around that time as he took the running back down. Poor Travis.
Am I going to get called again?
This is not flag football, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to play a little bit out here.
As this game continues on, both teams have not been tested for 4 quarters. You wonder the mindset, the mental, physical conditioning, how they're ready to go here on a hot day as they get pushed into the 4th quarter.
Takes off again. Did he get the first down? No. Lewis again, who has been all over the field.
We've talked so much about Ryan Reynolds, the leader of this defense, going down with, it appeared, another knee injury. Crow stepping up. With that means Travis Lewis, even though he's a freshman, and Keenan Clayton on the other side, they now have to step up and make plays and provide the leadership with Brandon Crow in there.
Cody Johnson checks in. That's Cody right there, number 31, motioning out of the backfield. Play fake, looking for him, and he was covered. Terrific coverage by the Sooners, and McCoy is going to throw it. Intercepted in the end zone. Lamont Robinson. Terrific defense that time by the Sooners.
Watch after this play fake. Keep a close eye on number 30 right here. Holding on to the tight end, and then after the play, or after the officials missed the holding call, the effort here to not give up, and he ends up being the guy who makes the interception.
But they're lining up as though Texas is going to kick the field goal. It looks like they did not give him the interception. Stoops is saying, what's going on here? Crowd is booing. They did not give him the pick. That is clear. They called he did not hold it. So the field goal, and Hunter Lawrence with a 28-yarder puts the horns ahead.
Brent, I saw the ball go up in the air, and I thought he just released it in celebration. Wow.
In the end zone, the ground clearly can cause a fumble. Instant replay under fire. Robinson thought he had the interception. The replay booth said he's losing control as he goes down. You be the official. I don't think he was ever losing possession until he hit the ground in the end zone. I'm sorry, I disagree with two of their calls.
Where is he losing possession? He has control of the football until he hits the ground.
So here we go. The Longhorns, their first lead of the afternoon. The Red River rivalry is heated up, if you can believe it. Murray to the 23-yard line, and now Sam Bradford.
We got a little. Officials better take control of this game.
Help decide the Pontiac game-changing performance of the day. Go to ESPN.com, search Pontiac to determine which school will win $5,000 and a chance to win $100,000 at the end of the season. Ball at the 24-yard line for Sam Bradford. If you just joined us, Bradford has 4 touchdown passes. Kevin Wilson calling the plays from upstairs. Changing against the defensive look by the Horns. Now the Horns stay there. Show blitz with a linebacker, and the running game is stuffed, and that was Moses Madu. Now I'm going to take you back to the first touchdown of the game, okay? This is the very first touchdown of the game. They gave it 6 points, and clearly that knee was short of the end zone.
On third down would have set up a 4th and goal.
Bradford. And out of bounds is Johnson.
Bradford trying to, again, kind of a theme for this game for Sam Bradford has been, can he get the initial first down to start the drive? When they've been able to get one first down, it's created the momentum with the speed and the hurry up.
First down. On 3rd and 4, he goes back to Gresham. This is
where they've had success after they get the first down of getting Texas on their heels and losing their aggressiveness. Not as quick this time. Taking their time.
Nadeau's the running back. Off to the left of the quarterback. Play fake by Bradford, under fire, throws it, incomplete. Had to throw quickly toward Johnson as Bradford was under attack that time.
This is a big battle in these trenches. Constant rotation from Texas, trying to keep as many fresh bodies out on the field as they can to stay up with the speed of this execution from Sam Bradford. Now, when they slow down like this, I think it plays right into the hands of Texas.
This is a changeup with that clock ticking down. Running that time with Madu as the third quarter comes to an end. Schooner said, what's going on here? And ESPN's presentation of college football on ABC returns after this message and word from our ABC stations.
There's probably more pride for everybody involved with this game than there are national implications, because you have to live here long after the season's over.
You know, we don't want to lose, because if we lose, we're going to have to hear about it from everyone for the next year.
So we live to be able to play in big games. That's why we all came here. That's why all my teammates came here and played for Coach Brown.
It's big. It's as big as it gets, and that's the way you want it.
And the fourth quarter is presented by Best Buy. Crowd split in half. OU on the right. Texas on the left. 92,000. They've seen it ending. Horns lead it, but only by 2. Fast-breaking OU attack coming up with a 3rd and 7 to open the fourth quarter. A quick screen. Breaking Madu short of the first down.
What a play by Sergio Kendall, the linebacker, who's usually in third down. They move him to defensive end to try to get pressure on the quarterback, this time showing instinct, sniffing out the screen early and forcing Madu back to the inside where the rest of the defense was. Nice play by Kendall.
Well, Null, remember, he was stretched out over that sideline. He faked the last punt, 4th and 5. He'll not be faking this one. Off. Under pressure again, there's a penalty flag. This is going to be a first down. No matter what they call, this will be a first down. It was 4th and 4. And remember, we saw the young man over on the sideline after they faked that punt.
Brett, we're going to have to get rid of yellow flags and get yellow cards out here for all the acting we've seen from some of these players. And we've seen Colt McCoy go out of bounds and fall. This time, let's see if how... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I guess if you touch him, is that walking into if you graze him?
I like the end of this. Make absolutely sure.
Let it keep going here.
Now,
that's soccer right there. That's soccer. Stay down.
Now grab the leg.
Stay down.
Get on that leg. So here we go. Whatever works. Back with Brown as the running back, and he busts a good one for a first down.
We saw Oklahoma last series slow down this high-octane offense. Let's see now, big first down. I think if you're Oklahoma, press the accelerator here. Try to get Texas back on their heels. That's what was working earlier, and that's what they're doing. Oh.
Brown's the tailback, but now they put Clapp, the fullback, in front of him to lead the way. He goes for the linebacker, but still nothing much doing. As Texas front held the ground that time.
Tough yards for both these teams trying to run the football.
End around, and it's Big Gresham. Stretching to the 29-yard line.
Deion Beasley came up in run support. Deion Beasley, the corner's 5'10", 175 pounds. And Jermaine Grisham was running at 6'6", 260 pounds, coming right at him.
Bradford on a 3rd and 4. Comes back with Murray. Murray's got the first down to the 20 and a penalty flag down. Looks like this one's coming back, holding.
Looks like they caught Trent Williams on the edge. Locked up on a Texas defender and made it very easy for Murray to get outside. Right at the bottom of your screen, Sergio Kendall. He locks him up right there, grabs onto the jersey. That's a good call by the official.
So instead of 1st and 10, it's going to be 3rd and long. Deep first down. Strike perfectly thrown that time to Joaquin Iglesias. A beautiful throw by Sam Bradford and a 26-yard gain.
Matched up one-on-one here with Chalky Brown, but he doesn't have any support to the middle of the field. And Chalky Brown gave him an easy release to the inside, and it's the first time we've really seen Iglesias be able to get upfield and make a play. But the time was good for Bradford. He steps in and makes a very accurate throw, but a very easy route that time against Brown.
Play fake. Bradford on the roll. There's a penalty flag down. Caught by Johnson for a touchdown, but there is a penalty flag. There's a penalty on this play.
The offside.
The Oklahoma coaches are signaling we're going for 2. So are they saying it was against Texas? They knew right away. They're going for 2. Stoops wants to put this on a 6.
How about the release here by Bradford, who I think knew that he had a free play. He does a good job of baiting the Texas defender towards him and Kendall, and then waits to the last second to find a very, very tight seam there. Watch how quick this release is. Wow, that's a laser right in there to Johnson.
5 touchdown passes on the day for Bradford. 3 touchdown receptions by Johnson. So Bradford having a big day in the Red River rivalry, and a timeout is going to be called. Texas uses a timeout. So let's go back to that punt. Let's go back to how big that penalty was when Nall went down after there was contact. And on a 4th and 4, the 5-yard penalty kept the drive alive. Here right now, one of your key plays of this game. As the Texas player was attempting to pull away, brushed into him, and Nall did the rest. But I go back to Pryor off his fake. There was no question that he was a little shaken up following that tackle because they were stretching on that leg on the sideline prior to this.
That's when I think he hurt himself. There's no way he got touched on it.
Agreed. Oh, a late substitution after a timeout by Texas, going for 2, and there's a whistle and a penalty flag. And it goes against Oklahoma. This makes us a lot tougher. See, signal we're going for 1?
Yep, going to change it up.
Yep. So here comes the kicker.
The way these two teams continue to score, every point is going to matter. So Smart, I think, to being backed up here. Smart to definitely get the 5-point lead if he's able to hit this.
Yeah, it would be a lot different from the 3-yard line as opposed to the 8-yard line in that situation. And so here's your redshirt freshman, Jimmy Stevens. And now we've got another timeout, which means they might not have enough men on the field. When the holder does that, you have to wonder. Either that or he had another fake on.
You never know.
You never know with Stooksy. We have had a little bit of everything here today. Some great play by both teams. Lead has changed hands. Controversy involving instant replay. If you're officiating this game, you better be in shape. We've been talking so much that referee will wear his battery on. It makes it a 5-point game. 5:30 here in the fourth quarter. 5 touchdown passes. 3 TD receptions by Johnson. The largest state fair of the United States. 3 million folks will see it before it closes down. They've also got the largest Ferris wheel in the United States. Debuted back in 1985. That's 212 feet tall. Kirk, you been up there? You gone around?
I've not. I'd like to. I think you and I can go up there after the game.
Yeah.
We're used to doing the late night game.
They serve cold ones up there? Here we go, folks. Fielded on the run at the 8-yard line by Shipley, who's returned 1 for a touchdown down at the 25. Well, folks, we've had a little bit of everything in this game. Touchdown, OU. Touchdown, Texas. The fake. Comes up short. Instant replay. Under fire. And the Heisman Award for acting goes to our punter. The good, the bad, and the ugly, as Clint Eastwood might say about this game.
Well said.
11 and a half now for Colt McCoy. Steps off to the left. Run out of bounds. And Kirk, our Pacific Life game summary. How about our 2 quarterbacks?
The quarterbacks are playing well. Obviously, it's been the story of the game. Bradford, 5 touchdowns, only 1 interception. But Colt McCoy, the numbers might not show it, but it's been the timing when he has stepped up and made so many big plays. When they've been trailing, Colt McCoy has been at his best. And again, late in this game, Colt McCoy and his Texas offense being challenged. Can they answer the bell again?
3 down for OU on 2nd and 9. And that should be incomplete.
Should be interference. Like a defender all over the back there of Brandon Collins.
Well, they've got it, Kirk.
Pass interference. Defense number 22. The ball will be placed at the start of the foul. Automatic first down.
It's Clayton.
Clayton, as we've talked about, very, very good in coverage, but this time just arrives a bit before Collins is there to try to make a catch. Worth mentioning again, Ryan Reynolds out of this game and Brandon Crow in at the middle of this defense, the leader out of the game.
That's the 5th first down via penalty for the Longhorns. Play fake, and McCoy alley open. Fumbles and battles for the ball. Marked down by the linesman right there, about 9-yard gain on the play.
Well, it looked like it did come out as he's extending himself and trying to get that first down. Anytime you spin, whether you're a quarterback or a running back, there's a chance that ball could come out. His knee is not down. Very, very fortunate as he fights for that football to get it back.
Yeah, that was a fumble.
Yep. But
we don't know if it would have been called.
But how important is that?
Second down.
With his speed and quickness to be able to pick up 9 yards like that on a scramble.
Obadiah got a first down for the Horns and then some. Cuts it up at midfield. Let's go to Matt Weiner in New York. Matt, just inside of 10 minutes here. The Cotton Bowl. Oklahoma leading Texas 35-30. McCoy snaps it off to Shipley. Shipley diving toward that first down marker, and looks like he might get the spot.
That's exactly where, Brent, you and I have been talking about. That's where they need to attack this Oklahoma defense, right in the middle. There's a lot of space, a lot of room to work with, and there's Crow who has stepped in for Reynolds trying to make a play. It's a mismatch with the quickness there, Shipley. Holt is so accurate with that throw, and he gets it there so quickly and accurately. It gives the receiver a chance to make the catch, turn upfield for yardage.
Puckett on the move, throws in underneath the Kirkendall.
If you wondered about Texas coming into this game, because let's face it, they've been a bit off the radar, even with their number 5 ranking. I think the nation, no matter how this game ends, has a new appreciation for what Colt McCoy and the Longhorns can do. I've been most impressed with the way they've been able to answer. Every time it looks like Oklahoma has an advantage, it seems like Texas plays their best and comes right back.
Set that screen in the middle and nothing doing. Brandon Collins, the receiver, and it's blown up by Granger, the young man who's come back, along with English. So there is number 96.
Good to see him back in the lineup. Boy, anytime you run that jailbreak screen, the flanker screen, and it's thrown behind the receiver, and it slows him down just for a second, it gives the defensive line to chase that play down from the backside, and the play really has no chance.
3rd and 8. First down. Shipley's wide open. Touchdown, Texas. Hold on now. The field judge has come to the 1-yard line. He's standing there like they're gonna mark this inside the 1-yard line. This was 3rd and 8. Take a look.
3rd and 8, and it's again opening over the middle of the defense. They go after Crow. What a block that time by Quan Cosby. Boy, Shipley, let's look at this again. Great block by Cosby. I'm going to take a look at this. His knee is down, but I want to see where the football is when his knee touched. Well executed. They found the opening in the middle, and what I love is the effort by number 6 coming back into the play to take down Lindy Holmes. Look at right here, Cosby. Boom! Lights up Lindy Holmes. That's a rivalry game block right there. Oh, that's pretty. That is nice.
He was down.
Yep.
That's a good call on the field.
Call. He came in there in a hurry, didn't he?
Well, at least this time they're taking a look at it. If I had any criticism of these fellas upstairs, they didn't take a look at a couple of plays.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. And it's first down, Texas, short of a touchdown.
That's a good call.
Great call.
And they looked at it, which is what we have instant replay up there.
Always do
Those
that.
other two should have been looked at.
Yeah. The play is significant because Oklahoma, the effort to bring down Shipley, but Brent, Texas doesn't really have a back necessarily in a running game when they get into these situations. Now, we have seen Cody Johnson come in, and of course the big defensive tackle Roy Miller, and it looks like they've checked back into the game, and it helped him in the first half to score a touchdown.
Johnson, Miller, Obadiah. Johnson right straight ahead for the touchdown. That's his second score of the day as Texas regains the lead.
What a push up front by this offensive line. Look at the right side just cave in the Oklahoma defensive line. Just pushed him right back into the end zone, making it very easy for Roy Miller to lead the way and for the big fella Cody Johnson to go in for a touchdown.
McCoy looking to the sideline because the Horns obviously will go for 2 to see if they can put it on a 3-point difference here. 7.5 minutes remaining. Juggles. Cosby's got it. Oh, baby. I think I've seen everything today. I've seen touchdowns that aren't, interceptions that aren't. I've seen juggles for touchdowns. I've seen juggles for 2 points. You're not going away, are you? You're coming right back, aren't you, folks? There's more to come.
Proud sponsors of college football. Are you in good hands? And Dodge, introducing the all-new Dodge Journey. If you can dream it, do it. Dodge, grab life.
Here's a question, Kirk. Were those pigs wearing lipstick?
Number 2 is out of the gate slow, but finished strong there. Oh, my gosh.
Can't beat fun at the old State Fair of Texas. If you paid a few $100 extra for a ticket today, did you get your money's worth? Did this take your mind off the stock market for a couple hours? This has been something.
The amazing thing to think about here is you got number 1 in the country against number 5 in the country. Rivalry game, conference championship on the line, trying to stay in a national. I mean, there's so much at stake, and then you got this kind of game. We're not even close to being over yet.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've got 7.5 minutes to go. We can have 2 or 3 more touchdowns before this one's over. Murray, the 20-yard line, shakes free at the 30, and he is run out at the 38-yard line. And look at the ESPNU All-State Stands Review. Kirk just told you we've got number 1 and number 5 there. Alabama, of course, idle. Missouri has Oklahoma State red hot. Another big one to the Big 12. And, of course, LSU at 4. So a couple of the key games still to unfold today.
Yeah, some huge games later tonight. And as they always say, the cream's starting to rise in college football. We're starting to really find out who these teams are as they define themselves in big games.
Off a play fake. Bradford snaps it off for about a 7-yard gain. Iglesias.
We talked so much leading into the game about these quarterbacks and their numbers. Sam Bradford, just another day at the office, right? 25 at 31.
That's Murray, and he is short. He's going to bring down 3rd down and about 2 coming up here, and it'll be a long 2 for OU.
Lisa could tell you a lot better than you and I from up here, but the body language from here, huge advantage with Texas and the way they're moving around. You can feel that you sense some confidence coming from the Longhorns right now.
He's going to throw for it. 4th down coming up. 4th down with 6.5 minutes to go, and see an injured Sooner on the play down at the 40-yard line.
Blake Gideon in coverage, the true freshman. Manny Johnson has a chance to make that catch. It would have been very close if he was able to secure the ball. But Gideon playing a heck of a game, and it's Lamar Houston down for Texas.
Saw that Bobineau was in that time at middle linebacker. Remember that Jared Norton, the junior, started, and the senior, Bobineau, was applying some pressure on that play. So here's your 4th down. You all know what happened the last 2 times he's handled it. What a fake. The other one might have been a second fake. Trouble up the middle, and he gets it off. Cosby, fair catch signal at the 20-yard line. 6.5 minutes to go. What McCoy and the Horns would like to have is a ball control drive. Easier said than done. That's why we all love the game of college football, right? The emotion that we see week in and week out, you can't beat it. Texas with a 3-point lead. 6.5 minutes to go. Coming out from their own 20-yard line. Obadiah picks his way for a couple of yards, and this graphic certainly tells the story of what happened after that young man, Reynolds, was injured.
Ryan Reynolds goes down with an injury. And again, the leader, the man who's in charge of making sure everybody's lined up, you can see the effect once Brandon Crow came in. Again, just a young player trying to fill in for the leader. It's always tough for anybody. My opinion, with Texas with the lead with 6 minutes to go, the worst thing they could do is get too conservative. Ball possession is key, but at the same time, Brent, in this drive, they still have to attack. It's too early in this game to pull your horns in.
2nd and 7. Snaps one off to Cosby, and this will bring up about a 3rd and 3 as Jackson makes the stop for the Sooners. Big one coming up. Three-man rush. Drop it off, 1st down. Obadiah slips out of the backfield.
Another nice job here by Colt McCoy, showing patience. The offensive line gives him time. Obadiah's going to slide out of the backfield. His 4th read, by the way, slips it off, and that's the difference this year with Colt McCoy. Major Applewhite, the former Longhorn quarterback who was last year in Alabama as an offense coordinator, has helped out. He's a running back coach, but he's really talked with Colt a lot about the importance of dumping it off to the backs.
Signaling Cosby on the outside. Keeping it run by his hands. He's got an alley off to the races. He's got speed. 10, 5, dive, out. Marked out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Watch the center and the right guard lead the way and open this play up. Obadiah, watch these 2 blocks. Boom! They clear it, and I'll tell you what, Obadiah showing speed last week for this Texas offense, and again this week. Oklahoma fortunate that Keenan Clayton had an angle on the speed to push him out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Texas starting to take control in the trenches here in these last few possessions.
Johnson will come in again. He scored twice. He'll line up behind Miller. Obadiah, after the long run, stays out there as the wingback to help with the blocking. They're going to play fake. They're going to throw to Miller. Dropped it. The big fella, you know that they've worked on it. You know how much you wanted him to throw him the football.
He begged. I'm sure in practice, coach, just call it one time. He slips out. The timing on 1st and 10 after a big play is perfect by Greg Davis. Doesn't wait till 2nd or 3rd down. Goes right back to it on 1st down. And the big man, Roy Miller, he knows it's there. He's got the touchdown. Just couldn't hold on in there.
Now the big fellow set down as a blocker. Johnson to the end zone. Touchdown. Miller's days as a receiver may be numbered, but not as a blocker. He blew that hole wide open. So let's hear it for number 99.
Makes up for it. Watch him. How'd you like to be Cody Johnson following that goal?
Oh, yeah, baby.
The big man getting a push. And again, this Texas offensive line, the confidence really coming on here, taking control of things against the Oklahoma Sooner front.
So we have just seen our 13th score of this game. The Texas Longhorns, their last 4 possessions. Touchdown, field goal, touchdown, and touchdown again. Dropping a hammer down in Dallas. Don't go away, folks. We've got 4:02 remaining.
This is the most impressive thing to me about what Texas has been able to do. Showing that backbone, being able to fight back, being on the ropes against an Oklahoma team that coming into today was the #1 team in the country, and they still could end the day at #1 team in the country. It depends on what happens here. But Texas, give them credit for fighting back when they've been trailing today.
Murray. Fine return to the 40-yard line. Let's go to Matt Weiner for SportsCenter right now in New York. Matt, and here it's a 10-point Longhorn lead with 3:55 to go. Bradford sets the middle screen to start the series. Midfield, 45-40 goes Ryan Broyles. He scored 1 touchdown on a ricochet already today for the Sooners.
And don't count these Sooners out with Sam Bradford. Remember, they're in a comfort zone in the hurry up. They have a chance to get, and we've seen it all day today, they have a chance to get right down the field and score in a hurry. Still have 2 timeouts left to try to get the ball back to Bradford if they're able to put points on the board.
Drop. Gresham lets you get away from him.
McElroy running with him there. Able to get a hand in there. It looked like he ought to knock that football away. We've talked a lot about how Gresham is such a nightmare of a matchup because of his size and speed. But McElroy has held his own today.
Gideon and Thomas are the 2 deep safeties. And that's Gideon. Now he drops back. Looking for a receiver and down in the arms of Kendall. Sergio Kendall.
A ragdoll comes from one side and forces Bradford to step up at the top of the screen. 98 makes him step up, and look who he steps into. Sergio Kendall coming in. Those 2 make a dynamic duo as bookends for this Longhorn defensive front.
OU calls a timeout. They face a 3rd and 14, down 10, 3:12 to go. Start of a big
on 2.
3rd and 15 for Bradford and the Sooners. They must reach just across the 32-yard line for their first down. Murray's the running back. Going to try to run for it and can't. Brings up 4th down. Kendall tripping him up.
Sam Bradford bailing on that play early. Sensing pressure from the outside. They're going to go with the hurry up here. Nope.
Here's your 4th down call now. Throws for it, incomplete. Texas football. 2.5 minutes to go. Leading by 10. The underdog Horns have the ball back.
Going to go back to the beginning of this broadcast. We talked about, could Texas disrupt Sam Bradford enough today to give themselves a chance to win this game? Bradford, the last few series, uncomfortable, having to move around quite a bit in the pocket, forces the throw here, steps up, he's out of rhythm. The ball could have still been caught. It would have been tough by Iglesias, but credit Texas up front for disrupting the rhythm for Sam Bradford here in these last few possessions.
Now, offensive coordinator Greg Davis will attempt to eat up as many ticks of that clock as he can. He knows how dangerous the Sooners can be with the ball. Benaya, who has been a factor, a huge factor here in the second half. And you can't say enough, Kirk, you've talked about Will Muschamp, but some of the other guys over there, Dwayne Aquina, and also upstairs, Oscar Giles with the defensive ends. The entire defensive coaching staff against Bob Stoops in Oklahoma have done a magnificent job for the Longhorns here today. They got into a big shootout. Obviously, the offensive coach, you talked about Major Applewhite, and now Greg Davis has called a spectacular game.
I don't think enough can be said about what Texas was able to do today, Brent, because for the whole first half of this season, even though they've moved up in the rankings, nobody really knew how good Texas was until today. Today was their chance to showcase their ability, their coaching staff, with Colt McCoy as their leader, on a big stage against the #1 team in the country, and they answered the challenge, and I think demonstrated out. The thing that I love about this Texas team is you can sense the chemistry and the leadership is outstanding, and sometimes that's the magic ingredient to get to a championship season.
2nd down and 11. Benaya again.
Oklahoma out of timeouts, so they should
can't stop it.
If they stop, they're going to get the ball back, but 10 points, not enough time even for Sam Bradford.
Mack has had his troubles through the years with Stoops. There's no question about that. And everybody, every place you went and every radio talk show you're on, you were asked, does Stoops have Mack Brown's number? I mean, they asked me that on SportsCenter yesterday, and well, I would say he didn't have his number today.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because early in this rivalry, Bob Stoops got a lot of credit for dominating Texas and Mack Brown, and it became a mindset game. Vince Young had the breakthrough moment a few years ago, but now think about this. Vince Young's not here anymore. Texas has won 3 of the last 4 against OU. If you're a senior on this year's team, you've beaten OU 3 of the last 4 years. So it's not just Vince Young. This is about Mack Brown in Texas.
Well, you know, we've talked about these two quarterbacks. Now, I don't think Sam Bradford's eliminated should Oklahoma lose it. Talking about the Heisman now. But, of course, next week, Chase Daniel. If Missouri handles Oklahoma State tonight, there's a big one set up in Austin with the Texas Longhorns. And who knows where the rankings are going to shake out. There's still a lot of action, a couple huge games left to unfold. It's not impossible, folks. I'm not going to hype this anymore, but it's not impossible. It'll be 1 versus 2, depending on what happens. Remember now, Oklahoma is the 3rd #1 team we've had this year, right? Georgia, USC, and Oklahoma. They could be the 3rd #1 to lose, okay? So that opens up the #1 spot. And you've got Alabama's idle, so you don't know how the voters will handle them. You got LSU with that big one. You got Missouri, and you've got Texas. You're going to have to shake all this out. First things first, of course, Benaya keeps the clock moving. Remember now, Kirk told you, Oklahoma without a timeout.
You got to believe if LSU is able to go to Gainesville and win, most people are going to put them at #1. if they're to lose that football game, then it comes down to what Texas has done tonight. If Missouri's able to beat Oklahoma State, and as you said, an Alabama team that's idle, and the last time they played, they weren't that impressive against Kentucky. So there are a lot of factors that go into play here.
And let's not forget that old fella, Shipley.
We showed that graphic. Penn State's
right there.
On the outside, they are. We'll see them maybe in a couple weeks.
They got a big one in Columbus, don't they, with Ohio State coming. I just hope that all of you out there watching and listen, I hope you've enjoyed this one as much as we have being here. This has really been a lot of fun, and it's just a great shootout. Texas did a great job, Kirkham, coming back. Great coaching job over there.
You and I both like to give our condolences to Ryan Reynolds, who's had 2 knee surgeries in the last couple years, finally healthy, back, had a chance in the offseason to, instead of rehabbing his knees, had a chance to get faster, to get stronger, was having a great year, and then today he's got a knee brace on that right leg, and the OU Sooners they missed him today, but they'll miss him down the stretch.
You know, I go back to one other thing, Kirk. 4th down here, Horns are going to punt it. Of course, if OU could bust one, they'd still have a chance for an onside kick here. And it is picked up by Broyles on a hop, and he's out of bounds. Out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. And coming up at 3:30 Eastern now, ESPN College Football on ABC. Arizona State, they, of course, take on USC. Purdue, we mentioned Ohio State. They'll be in Columbus today. Notre Dame, North Carolina. Those are your games at 3:30. I guess we're just about past that, aren't we? Right now,
I'll give you a prediction. 2 blowouts, and North Carolina Notre Dame becomes a national game maybe this afternoon.
It could be a biggie now for both those games. Kirk, I was into. Here comes Bradford. Now let's stick with the young man here, rolling hard to the left, slashing on the short hop on that throw downfield. I couldn't believe I read, and I think it was Associated Press this week, said that for the first time in the history of Notre Dame, they're 4-1 and unranked. Can that be? I guess so.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. I didn't realize in the history of Notre Dame, but it is interesting. You got to think if they go to Chapel Hill and win and move to 5-1, obviously they'll be up in the top 25 next year. That would probably be, if they're able to win, that would be their biggest win that they've had so far this year.
Snaps it off into space. A prevent defense, though, and they let him get close to midfield with, and of course stops the clock at a 1st down in the college game. The other thing I want to say about Colt McCoy, Kirk, you were making your move, and I hope you all had a chance to hear the tribute that he made to a cousin who was killed in Iraq, and you know he dedicated this season to that young man who gave his life. And it's just, it was a wonderful, wonderful story about this young man.
Everybody has a story, you know, out there. But Colt McCoy is one of the good guys. One of the good guys. You sit down with Colt McCoy, and I have 4 young boys. You just hope that your boys will grow up like Colt McCoy. What a class act.
Fumble. Oklahoma's got the loose ball right about the.
And should also touch on one last thing here. Will Muschamp, so much made out of his defense. They brought him in from Auburn for these types of games. How would he do? He's had 2 freshman safeties that played the entire game. 3 new starters in the secondary. Could they answer the call against this Oklahoma offense and Sam Bradford? And I know they gave up 35 points, but you know what? They played aggressively. They played with a lot of spirit. Nice job by Will Muschamp.
They were tough down the stretch. Tough when they had to be. They got the prevent back there in the end zone. Out of bounds. And the Red River rivalry comes up Texas and Colt McCoy. 45-35. There's the 2 great quarterbacks. Lisa's right there. Colt's got a few words with Sam Bradford. Let's go to Lisa.
Thanks, Brent. Colt, you just had a moment there with Sam Bradford. What was he saying to you?
Sam and I are great friends. He played a great game. He led his team as best he could. We came out on top. I thank God for giving me this opportunity. What an awesome opportunity to play. These two teams are great.
It seems like every time you guys went down, you had an answer for them. What were you saying to your guys over there in that whole second half?
Just keep your head up. Believe. One play at a time. If you play one play at a time, I promise you we'll do good things. And we did. We executed. We had a hard time running the ball early. We passed the ball really well tonight, and we came out on top.
Thanks a lot, Cole. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Lisa, and our Chevrolet players of this game are these two fine quarterbacks. And in recognition of their efforts, Chevrolet will make a $1,000 contribution to each university's general scholarship fund. A 10-point Texas win. And coming up next, regional coverage of ESPN College Football on ABC. Arizona State at USC. Purdue at Ohio State. Notre Dame at North Carolina. So big games still to come here today. And in Dallas, the Longhorns are celebrating. For Lisa Salters and Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brent Musburger. Thanks so much for watching ESPN on ABC.